afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Friday, October 11, 2024, a little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a reverse aging health call and all the rest tonight at a little after 9:15 p.m. Eastern. We're going to talk about a few things: the monetary system and the variances of it, what's coming, and some other things. Interesting enough, and you can say this, but how many of us believe it? It's like Aesop said, the level of your success is limited only by your imagination. Now, there's some other factors in there because we know that we've got this ego mind that is mastering everything in the yesterday and tomorrow, and so things come in. We could be really clean and neat on a direction, and then ego mind comes in with not sure, doubt, and that's not possible. And so it's funny, we have the propensity to negate ourselves. Now, are we doing it on purpose? No. We don't know we're negating ourselves. See, if you don't know really who and what you are and the power that you are within that body, how are you going to know? You're not. So we go through the ropes, right, in this life, and we experience, and we create, and we experience, and this is what we do the whole time in this lifetime. But if you'll notice that many of us will fight life in this lifetime. We spend a lot of our time really being concerned about things like tomorrow, right? And what's going to happen tomorrow, or a month from now, or a year from now, or whatever. And we get tied up in that, and we don't, again, it's not like this is something that we're doing on purpose to ourselves. It's something that it's deeply ingrained in us, that it's like automatic for us to do this. And then we get convinced that because of that, this life, that's the way it is. That's the way life is. You've heard people say that. Maybe you said that to yourself at times. But that's just the way life is, right? Because we don't know that we are the creators of our lives. That's absolute fact. It isn't smoke and mirrors or anything like that. It's fact. We create our own lives. But see, when you have so much programming, it becomes very clear when you step away from it and you observe it. But when we've got so much programming for so long, millions of years, then what are we going to do? And we don't have memory. We don't know. We can't. We're at this stage, we're not able to reference past lives to assist us in this life. Right? Now, it's kind of like a conundrum or catch-22 because we haven't discovered who and what we are. We are not fully in the heart-mind. So how are we going to maneuver that? It's just a step-by-step process. Some people thought that they could just will it, and that doesn't work at all. When you push things, things get further away. When you try to hurry things, things get further away. When you chase things, things get further away. And you're not able to ascertain what the heck's going on. It's pretty confusing. Because on one hand, we kind of know, that we're not the body, we're the God within the body, this pure cosmic consciousness. That's all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. We're getting to know that we are supreme, omnipotently powerful beings that never die. See, we're gravitating towards that through heart-mindedness and not ego-mindedness. Why do we care not to be an ego-mindedness? Because it'd be chaos, arrogance, and everybody vying to be better than someone else on a high yield. So with this and heart-mindedness, you're always in the now, the moment. See, and in the moment is all any of us will ever have while in these physical forms. That's it. We have the moment, and the moment keeps us from wandering off into the ego mind's realm of yesterday and tomorrow, where we suffer. We suffer incessantly at different levels as long as we are in yesterday and tomorrow. It's absolute fact. Been proven millions of times. So what do? We choose to go within and to discover once and for all who and what we are. And this then motivates the ego mind to become our servant rather than us being its servant. And we also begin to master our thoughts. What happens when the ego mind discovers that it's at peace? It begins to take a back seat. Okay? It feels it's no longer really needed, which is true. So it kind of takes a back seat and just kicks back. It's still there, but nowhere near what it was as far as searching for peace out there. So we begin, once this is in motion, then a lot of things drop away. Our concerns and worries, and stresses and fears and anxieties that most of us are creating for ourselves on a daily basis. That just leaves. It's not there anymore. Well, why is that? Because the ego mind's not there anymore. This is a huge shift for us. Millions of years we've been used to being in ego mind. Imagine that, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. So you can really tell that because of the vibrational frequencies of this planet, of the God within this planet, of us, the God within us, and the photon energy field, bathing and saturating this planet 24/7, non-stop for the next few thousand years, it's an inevitability. You know how magnificent beings that we are, and we truly are, how it would be that you have mastered your thoughts. You have mastered the ego mind, and it no longer is there. It's an illusion, but it's there for a purpose and a reason. So we learn it's there so we can learn how to master it. And all the experience we pick up along the way. So, you then have an open conduit to the God that you are, and you know that you can manifest anything, anytime, instantaneously. But see, heart-minded is a whole different ballgame. You're in a spiritual comprehension. You're a spiritual being. Yes, you're in a material physical body, right? And you begin to create a life that is like a God planet paradise. We're gods. We create a paradise for us while we're in these bodies. Makes sense, doesn't it? Why would we choose anything else? Well, one might contest the fact that, well, aren't we here to learn, experience? Absolutely. But we have. See, that's the point. This is what's confusing to many. We've done this, learning and experiencing pain and suffering, aging rapidly, diseased, all the things that we've experienced, not just this lifetime, but all of them. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of them. You see? So now, right now, we don't know how to access that, right? Because we're not heart-minded yet. It's all connected. As soon as we become heart-minded and we operate in the now, and we've mastered our ego-minded thoughts, we'll be able to plug in to all of that information, all of our past lives, at will, whenever we choose. But see, your perspective's totally different. You're not in a material, physical, ego-minded direction anymore. You're in a spiritual, heart-minded, deep, eternal love direction. Big, big, big difference. So it's like anything. You can, surface storms, whether they're man-made, whatever. You could deter them. You could absolutely dispel them, say. You can dispel them. They don't exist. Like I've said, there'd be times where you're observing things, right? And you see something, or you see some area that's really drought-ridden, okay? Dry. People are having issues with their livestock and their crops, and you go, I think this would be very nice to create a moisture field where clouds would come up, and you would have, so many 2-3 days of soaking rain. Not disruptive, destructive rain, but really good rain that soaks into the ground, nurtures the soil and the plants and the animals, everything. You can do that. See, every one of us have that power. We just don't know how to access it because we've got all these hurdles in front of us. All of us do. None of us are exempt. We have these hurdles. The hurdles are what? Well, it's the proverbial ego mind influence for so many lifetimes. We've kind of been, I really don't like to use the term brainwash, but we've been manipulated, us gods. And so you start to comprehend the fact that, does it make any sense to any of us? And I know this question comes up many times. Why would we continually, reincarnate in physical material form for thousands and thousands of lifetimes, but not have memory of any one of them? So we're starting from scratch each and every time. Does that make any sense to anybody? No. Is that how we designed it? No. No. This is why I say we've been tricked. To know that is a good thing. None of this is negative. It's discovery for us. And we've all been, in this life, if not past lifetimes, that we've been tricked and fooled and stuff. You know, this is part of experiencing. And then we start to become much more aware. Not critical, you know, not judgmental, but very aware of what's transpiring. And then we begin to shift it. The only power that is going to shift your life is the God within you. That's it. You don't need any other power. That's it. It's all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. It is massive. And see, on this planet, we judge things by size. We judge things by, well, you know, that's too small. That cannot contain the power that is claimed that it contains. Because we always have been taught the bigger, the more powerful. Right? And I can share with you, dispel that, because there are elements so small, yet could power this entire planet for an eternity. Now, how big would that be? Oh, let's say about the size of a dime. Power this entire planet for an eternity. So when it starts to unravel. This is what we're doing. We're unraveling things that have been really confusing to us lifetime after lifetime, things that have been real challenging for us, okay? I mean, when you have your memory wiped every single time you enter a baby body, and then you begin to discover things, it gets a little frustrating. You know, you kind of go, what's up with this? And so then we begin to unravel and discover, which is great. And the adventure becomes that much more exciting. And along the way, we begin to uncover things that we have buried along the way, which is also very exciting. And we finally clean the cupboards, so to speak. It's like complete house cleaning, permanent house cleaning, where we open the closets and we take everything out and we embrace everything and we forgive everything and we are free. But as long as we intend to carry the baggage and carry all the things that we carry with us in this lifetime and others, then the life's going to be pretty much the same, where we suffer. If you ever waited for something or were told, right, that you felt that the source was credible, you were told something that you thought, wow, this is great. Okay. Now it's your choice to believe it, right? So you believe it, and then it builds in you, and you say, you know, why? You know, I thought it's not happening. Why is this, and why is that going on? Whenever we covet or embrace something, it doesn't happen. Why? Because we're pushing it. When we let go, things happen. That's it. When we let go, things happen. That's it. That's the bottom line. But the tough part is that many of us, we think we let go, but we don't. But have you ever done that? Genuinely just said, whatever happens, happens. And you just let it go. Right? You'd like it, sure. But you're okay if it does or it doesn't. That's letting go. You're really okay, even though it's something that you're very, very excited about and you really, really, really want it, okay? You're okay. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, great. This is how we begin to differentiate between yesterday and tomorrow and now. We just let it go. And on our merry way. And then we go in in meditation, and then we say, well, this is what I would like to have occur, okay, whatever it may be. And then in detail, you put it out to the universe, and then you just leave it alone. You don't harp on it. You don't visit it. You don't go back to it. You just leave it alone. So, you can see the difference clearly. And it is by choice. It's our choice. Nobody else's. You choose. But see, as you become more aware, you begin to differentiate. See, you're not judging. You're observing and watching. So you're learning and experiencing. And you know, just in this lifetime, the many times that you have, let's say, tried to hurry something or rush something, right? And how frustrating it became because it felt like the more you were doing that, the more it seemed to get further away. And we've all experienced times where we would just do what? We would let it pass and forget about it. And then, out of the clear blue, there it is. You've ever done that? It doesn't have to be a huge thing. It's anything. It could be anything. And then we're surprised by it. And then some of us, it dawns on us, we say, this is what I wanted a long time ago. And here it is. How did that happen? Well, you let go. See, you surrendered it, and you didn't revisit it, so therefore the ego mind couldn't play a role in it, where you had doubt, fear, worry, and stress. That, it's not going to happen. And guess what? When you do that, you're letting it go, you're in the now, and that you're not in yesterday and tomorrow with it, you're in the now. So it just does its thing. The universe picks that up, and it says, here you go. This is like anything. We're all going to discover the power that we truly are in these bodies. And see, all of these pieces fit together. In other words, you can't put the cart before the horse. You can't, a lot of people would say, well, then why can't I just, do this manifesting now? Well, because you're an ego mind, number one. And so it would become more and more frustrating for you because the things that you would like to have manifested in most cases would not occur because of the ego mind's influence over you. So you master the ego mind. You master your thoughts by being in the now. And that takes every ounce of courage that any of us could ever muster up. Because we're going to be enticed back into all the time. It's all the time the ego mind. In the negative, but we begin to become aware of it, that you go, I'm slipped in, I'm in the ego mind. Now I'm going, and I've said this dozens of times, and I say this to myself. I don't care to participate in the ego mind. It's like, I love you, ego mind, but you're not in charge here, so I'm going to go into the now. And it's kind of like you're training yourself, because it's all day long this happens, where you say to yourself, okay, so that's ego mind coming in, that thought's ego mind. And I know where that's going, because I've been there many times. I don't care to go there anymore. I'm going to switch over here to the now. Okay? And then what do you do to solidify that, to make it concrete? You say how deeply grateful you are for the very moment you're in. See, what we're doing, in the true sense of the word, is we're reprogramming ourselves. We're dumping the old programs, okay, and we're putting new ones in for ourselves. And you know who's doing it? We are, through the heart mind and the God that we are in these bodies. That's who's doing it. None of this stuff without there. See, there are so many things that have been blocked from us, right? through mental manipulation, events and occurrences, memory wipes, genetic manipulation. This has gone on for millions of years with us. Do I dare say that this species has been really, really, really messed with for a very, very, very long time. This isn't to invoke anger, frustration, revenge at all. Because remember, being in the now. What it does do is we begin to focus and refocus on what? The life we want to live. That's it. And not be timid or controlled by the ego mind. You should know that you're being controlled by the ego mind, okay? So when you know that, you can move away from the ego mind into the now. And you're not running from it because you've identified it. And you say, the only way I'm going to master the ego mind is by being in the now. I'm not going to do it in the ego mind. These are very, very, very crucial steps for us on this massive spiritual evolution. These are real crucial. Now, one might want to rush it and cut corners and put the cart before the horse. Talk about suffering. And we all know deep within that this is the only way we can do it. Now, is everybody going to do it? No, not everybody's going to do it. There's a group of us on this planet that are aware enough, truthfully so, that have decided to begin the journey within and to discover who and what we are and forgive ourselves for everything, all of it, not just superficially, but deep heart-mindedness. You're cleaning the slates completely, power washing it. And then you begin to program into yourself that you're an omnipotently powerful supreme being that never dies in the body. You are cosmic consciousness, which is all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. You are a master manifester and a master creator. Okay? And you've had amnesia long enough. Because I can guarantee you, when you do leave the body, and you have followed this path by your own choosing, you will never enter the light. You will not enter that light because you will know what that light is. Right now on this planet, everybody who leaves the body goes into the light. That's the construct. That's the matrical construct. And we've all been doing this for billions and billions of years, if not trillions. So, you see what I mean? You can almost see that, did we create these bodies in this life, these lives that we have, so that we could learn about who and what we are? See, because a long time ago, we had a lot more time in body. 300 to 3,000 years. We had a lot more time in body. But that was ended because of genetic manipulation and onward and so on and so forth. But you see what happens as we become more aware of who and what we are, we start embracing the power that we are. And through the heart mind, we begin to realize that how truly powerful every one of us are. So we could turn around, okay, and we could stop this damage or this over here or this over here. We could make sure that life is the highest supreme value in the universes. And a lot of things would start to shift immediately. So isn't it worth this journey to go within and to learn about the ego mind? Because once you do that and you're in the now, you'll begin mastering the ego mind. And also, while you're in the now, you will begin to master your thoughts. So you will direct your thoughts because guess what? You've mastered them. You'll know your thoughts. You'll send your thoughts for certain purposes and things that you want to have manifested. No longer will they be helter-skelter in all directions. That the noise that we all have, we call it, mind chatter. And slowly but surely, we begin to transform. And as we transform, we become more and more into the now, by choice, okay? It's the only way it's going to happen is that every one of us, each of us, decide by choice. Not pressured, not forced, not manipulated, but by choice. Through your heart mind, you decided, I'm going to go within, I'm going to discover the God that I am within this body. I want to know these things about who and what I am. I also, once I discover this, you'll realize that you'll be able to stay in that body a lot longer. Big time. Than we are now, which is a drop in the bucket, comparatively speaking, to where we should be. This is all about our transformation as a species from yesterday and tomorrow into the now. That's it. This is what we're doing. And as we make that transition by choice, we begin to discover a whole new existence. A whole new existence. Hatred on this planet would be totally washed away. Revenge, ego minds would become a thing of the past. There would be a high level of bliss from all of us. The planet would be in such a high frequency that any intent to do harm from outside this planet would be vaporized. And not, say, the part of that is that it's not, okay, we're going to do this and wipe out all kinds of outsiders. No, it's because their frequencies are so low that when they hit the field that we have created, they'll vaporize. Their frequencies are too low. They cannot move in to an atmosphere of deep, pure, eternal love. They can't. They'll be destroyed. You see what I mean? And the darker they are, the quicker they be destroyed. And there's no tricking that field. Because you can't fake your vibrational frequencies. You can't. Some have tried, but have failed miserably. This is what we're doing. Now, will it expand? One might ask. Will it go beyond this planet? Absolutely. Will it eventually envelop this entire galaxy? Absolutely. This is such a major transformation for existence that don't rely on your ego mind to even come close to comprehending it. Even the heart mind would have a tough time. Go through your pure consciousness, because this is all, you're part of all of this, literally, not figuratively. You know, these low frequencies have really pulled one on us. Great, okay? That's great. It is. But it's also given us space to begin to discover many things that were hidden from us. It's like the nose on your face, right? If you can't see your nose, and everybody can see your nose, and everybody says you have a nose, and you say, no, I don't have a nose because I cannot see my nose. If you look down, you really can't see your nose. All right? You could keep going. It's a little bit blurry, but you can't see your nose. You can't. You can look in a mirror, or you can pinch it. I cannot see my nose, so therefore I do not have a nose. And you've got thousands of people telling you, I've got a nose. Look, see my nose? You've got a nose too. I know it sounds silly. In the quiet time of this meditation, contemplate, focus on this. And it's not like you have to do it hard or, super, super focused. But embrace it. Because this is where we're going. Those of us who choose to go. And rest, deep eternal love with all of them, they're part of us. It may be maybe a lifetime, 2 lifetimes, 3 lifetimes. It just depends on them. That's why I always say, this is all about you. Through the heart mind, not the ego mind. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose, and an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still, relaxed into your body, focused on your breath rising and falling. Everyone is your mirror. Every being you meet is reflecting a part of you. Now, some mirrors show your light, and others show your shadow. Each reflection invites you to see yourself with love, grace, and understanding. When you notice wealth or poverty, it's a reflection of abundance or lack you feel inside your heart. Your journey is to embrace all that you see and not get lost in any one reflection. Just remember that you are the infinite, boundless, sweet, sacred awareness beyond it all. And when you look into the eyes of those perfect mirrors and see the divine staring back, each mirror reveals a sacred truth unfolding within your soul. Know that every reflection is perfect, a divine piece of the grand puzzle, awakening in you now. So for today, take the risk. Find out what you love in every mirror. In seeing what you love inside them, you awaken a greater love within yourself. Shine your light bright, for it is all being divinely guided and reflected back to you. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. We'll return here tonight, a reverse aging health call, a little after 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday, October 12, 2024, a little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's going on within you or outside of you. Open your heart and allow the magic to flow in.